2.
Hey, welcome back here to MP3 Nation. You know, here on ICColorLive.tv. The man is in the studio right now, JSoul.
Yeah.
Tell him what it's about, JSoul.
JSoul, man. Soul artist, singer, songwriter, producer, and hopefully label owner pretty soon.
Like the Eddie Murphy of music, huh?
I do it all, man. I got 13 jobs, man.
Hanging out the tree.
Yeah.
Hey, man, we're glad to have you here, ICColorLive.tv. Me and, of course,
Fernando Madrigal. You know how it is.
as always, holding it down. So, you know, first question is, everybody always want to know, and I've heard you say this out on different places you've been interviewed. People always ask you where you from because of your music. Let them know where you're from. I'm from the same place. That's why
I'm from Baltimore, born and raised. I'm from Baltimore.
Baltimore.
I'm from Baltimore. That's
we
how
say
you know you're
Doug
from
and not dog.
We say Doug, you know what I mean? We say two.
We
PG
say
County.
two.
You know what I'm saying?
PG County over here in the corner. PG.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
This guy.
The DMV guy. He's the DMV guy.
He's the bridge between Baltimore and, well, DC, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
DMV, stand up, man. You know,
Yeah, it's all love.
be doing it.
And
So-
stand for Maryland.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, you know, how long you been in the game doing it the way you're doing it now, you know, on a big scale?
Well, I've been performing and putting out albums, I guess, since about 2002. So I guess that's roughly about 6-7 years.
Is your story like everybody else? You know, I
And,
started when I was 3 years old.
Nah,
in my
nah.
pamper.
Nah,
singing in front of church.
actually, my story is like mad, like unique because I started off being a visual artist,
Okay.
and I got hooked up with a couple of jazz musicians
Okay.
because I wanted to do like some album covers,
Mhm.
and I ended up going to a few jam sessions,
Okay.
and I began singing. You know, as a result, I started putting out albums. The actual event is called Organic Soul Tuesdays. Right down in Baltimore, Blackout Studios puts it on, and it kind of blossomed from there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, and I actually been singing all my life, but
3 years old.
but not in public
Right, okay.
until I was like
Okay.
20. You know what I
Wow.
mean? Actually, so I'm 29 now, so
Okay.
it hasn't been that long.
Still
actually.
a young man.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, I guess the big question is, you know, people always want to know, once you're an artist, who else have you performed with? You do something frequently
man.
with Fertile Ground, right?
Yeah, that's actually I'm actually one of Fertile Ground's artists.
Okay.
On Blackout Studios, but we're down at Eden's Lounge,
Mhm.
which is 15 West Eager Street, and we're down there every Tuesday night.
That's in
7:30.
Baltimore, y'all.
Organic Soul Tuesdays.
PG,
is the
welcome
place.
to come too.
You know, we
Yeah.
come through every once in a while. You know, we know the Jones fall.
They can come down if they want to. We allow them to come. You know,
Got
what I
Nike
mean?
boots on. You know how we
Yeah,
do.
and it's a good Wale. Shout out to Wale. It's a good look. You know what I mean? Everybody comes through. It's live music, poetry. It's visual arts down there, so it's a really good look. You know
So,
what I mean?
so you said you started out with the jazz. So, do you find like there's that jazz influence in there? Did you move on when you just started actually making your music? What kind of influence did you have in there?
There are jazz influences there. I'm a big jazz head actually. Coming up as a young child, that's all I listened to with my pops. So that's something that I'm into. It's definitely an influence there, more so now than ever. And you know, developing that and trying to find my own sound within that is something that I've been doing for the past couple of years.
So then, how would you define that sound like that you've come up? You know, since how many albums have you had, and like how do you feel like that sound has evolved to where it is now?
It's interesting because when I first started out, I drew a lot of similarities to you know, like Marvin Gaye, and you know, more recently, I guess a couple of singers that's out there like a Dwelle or Raheem Devon or something like that. And
PG.
yeah, PG all day. That's my man. Raheem's my man. So you know what I mean. Actually, you know, trying to find my sound once again. I kept trying to reinvent it until I was comfortable with it, and now I have the sound that I have now. So it's uniquely mine. You know.
So you have you said you got the new album coming out. We got some music from the old album that you had. We get into that now. Is that queued up?
Yeah, we're going to get to that music in a little bit. But
Yeah,
while we're
so
getting that
you-
music together, the big question for you, as you continue to develop and get real big in the game,
Right.
what do you think, you being an artist from Baltimore, you know, the next wave of artists that makes it nationally, what do you think you'll be able to do for the cats coming behind you? Young and old, same age?
Honestly, I think right now it's you know, not just me, but it's a few artists like the Fertile Grounds. Mesa is another artist who's from Baltimore, and they basically, I just want to be one of them cats who open up the door, so to speak, for a few of the other independent artists who doesn't really have a voice or they don't really have an avenue to go through because they're from Baltimore. A lot of times we get we have like a filter over top of us, so to speak, because we're from Baltimore. People figure hot music can't come from Baltimore.
Okay.
But we prove them wrong every day.
Right.
Every time we put out an album, we prove them wrong. And people can't believe we're from Baltimore.
I think Drew Hill did a lot to help.
Yeah, I mean,
Baltimore
definitely. They were like,
they
were like one of the first ones to actually get on a major scale. At one point, they were like the biggest, you know, male band group in the world. You know what I mean? So that's significant. So.
Did you ever think about doing a straight group, or you always like the solo artist?
Nah, because I'm like a control freak, so I like to control my own work. You know what I mean?
You don't have to worry about the group breaking up, right?
Right. And plus, you know,
yourself up.
If the group break up, that's on me.
I think our producer has the music queued up, so we're gonna go ready to get for set this up.
Speaking of control, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So "Control" is actually one of the more popular songs on the Love Soldier album. It's a very sensual song. The Love Soldier record is a sensual album. It was produced by a Baltimore native, Sean Torre.
Okay.
Here from Baltimore, and we put it out, man, and people seem to love it. So I brought it here today, so everybody can check it out.
Hey, well, with no further ado, we're about to get in that song from a man, JSoul.
Yeah.
Listen in as we play a little bit of that.
I know. You're like, wow, they're just sitting there listening to I know, right? That's why I asked us we still on camera. We still on camera? Alright.
That could be real. It's okay.
I'm only here.
It's hot in here, man. You got these big bright lights on me. Yeah, exactly. My wonderful publicist over there, she takes care of me. She said, give me your glasses, I'm fogging up.
Make a transition from low to upper. The world that surrounds you, it's not just like a flood. Put your faith in me, I will not let you down. I'll cradle your fragrance until we touch the ground. Let me hold control.
That's JSoul, y'all.
Yeah.
And just because we told you the show is called ICColorLive.tv, as you see him wiping the sweat from the brow.
Because
these lights are hot.
It's hot as crap in here. Y'all understand, you know.
I think it's a song personally, you know.
That's how the screen gets on ICColorLive.tv, as you see him wiping the sweat from the brow.
Because
these lights are hot.
It's hot as crap in here. Y'all understand, you know.
I think it's a song personally, you know.
That's how the screen gets so bright, because these hot lights. But yeah, that was the first one. That was a nice. That was that's all the old one.
That's
that
last
smoothed out, laid back, light a candle type
Sam Marvin Gaye type.
Yeah.
You know,
on that smoothed out.
I tell everybody that buy the album, a lot of cats come to me and say, well, what song can I play, man? I'm in the mood, you know.
Right.
When you go right there, and then you take the next track, and then the next track, you should be home by then.
I like that.
We can make a home by then.
Yeah.
Something's wrong with your game.
Yeah.
Again, we're so glad to have JSoul in the studio tonight with me and my partner over there, Fernando. Shouts out to our producer, Paul Franklin, holding it down behind the screens. But let's talk about the person who helped get you here, your publicist. It does so much for you.
Yes, Dana. Miss Dana McGuire. She's awesome. We just got together, I guess, a couple weeks ago. And she's been on her job, so shout out to Dana McGuire
on her grind.
Being on her grind, you know. She's making sure I'm on my grind too, so I need that. Artists like us, we need that because we can be lazy from time to time. You know what I mean?
So being from Baltimore, you know, you had like little Drew Hill, but Baltimore's known for in this region anyway, is sort of the club music.
Right.
So do you ever find like that stigma of when you come out and be like, I'm an R&B star, you be like, I'm from Baltimore? Do you find that, is it club music? You gotta explain it to them, or they're hesitant, or what?
No, man. You know what? I actually, I try to embrace the fact that we're known for club music. Matter of fact, on the new album, I actually have a Baltimore club track.
Okay.
Because I want everybody to understand that, you know, when you're from Baltimore, there's different types of music there, but let's not forget what we're known for.
Okay.
And that's for our club music. You know what I mean? I rock off in the club too, and I listen to club music when I'm there.
Why do you think so many people as they gotten older, they always try to distance themselves from the club. Like when you're real young, let's take it back. You're 29. I'm about